Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 90210 show. My name is Mark. With me, as always, is my judgmental wife, Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
How much has been a good week here? It is April 20th, 2000. It's 420, everyone.
You know what that means.
Blaze it up!
I'm very proud of you that you remembered that it was the year 2000 today.
Thanks. You know how fun it is to, like, you know, not be able to be yourself and just be silly and stuff around your significant other? You know how that's fun, everyone?
It's super great.
Cool to feel judged.
It's awesome.
For being a weirdo.
I know you're so happy. I can't help it. You're a freak.
Yeah, but you don't have to call me out on it. You can just roll with it.
He was singing a song about being weird.
She's drinking soda in the middle of trying to talk on our show.
Because I have a sore mouth and I need to drink soda.
Oh my God. Yeah, that helps sore mouths.
It does.
Acidic sugar water.
It doesn't have sugar in it.
I know it's diet, but whatever. It helps my
whatever.
Points. Anyway. Speaking of not helping a relationship, Matt's not doing anything to help his relationship in this episode of 90210. And neither is Donna, and neither is David.
What?
Relationships are getting torn asunder all over the place.
Well, I mean, David doesn't want to help his relationship.
Give me back my black fucking t-shirt or whatever. What a stupid title. They're running out of steam.
Mm-hmm.
So... Carol, where do you want to start? Who do you want to do?
I don't know. I guess. I feel like David and Donna is the main story, so.
I guess. Sure. I mean, yeah, kind of.
I don't remember that much about Kelly and Matt. They're so boring.
The episode starts with Kelly and Matt.
What are they doing?
They're in bed.
Woohoo.
Sort of.
What? What is going on?
I don't know. What is going on?
What are they doing in bed, Mark?
They're talking.
Describe it to me.
I just fucking chipped my tooth.
Oh my God, are you okay?
No, I didn't really chip my tooth. I hit my tooth on this fucking microphone.
Oh, did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, it hurts.
I thought you were just doubled over laughing. I didn't realize there was pain involved.
No, I hit my tooth on the fucking microphone.
Aw. Well, I feel stupid. It's like when you wave at somebody and you realize they're not waving at you. I thought you were laughing at my joke, but you weren't.
It was a funny joke.
Mm-hmm. So whatever.
I don't remember exactly what they're talking about, but it's, you know, it all comes back to fucking his cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, she says, hey, my dad wants to have dinner with you.
Yeah, that's right. Her dad wants to meet him. So.
And she's like, and he's like, oh, I'm nervous about meeting the dad. And she's like, my dad is a fucking liar and a cheater and someone I can't trust. That's why I'm marrying you. And he's like, well, you know how they say that women marry their dads. He basically just calls himself out.
Right.
And she's like, that's why I'm doing the opposite. I'm marrying someone that's faithful and nice and doesn't cheat on me and doesn't lie about it.
Yeah. So this little part of the story was, again, one of those things that doesn't matter and shouldn't have happened. Okay. I'd say like 50% of the show is just filling time.
I sort of disagree. I'm sure that this is going to come back at some point.
Because they're going to have dinner, and then her dad doesn't... He blows them off. They don't have dinner.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
So, what was the fucking point of that?
I don't know, to talk about how he's loyal and shit. I don't know.
I guess. And then...
But yeah, it's weird. We thought we were going to get a Bill Taylor return, a cameo by the actor, but nope. They couldn't afford him.
Apparently. And then Kelly walks in to Matt finishing up something with one of the people from the desert in his office. How did he get a client while he's high on acid in the desert?
Remember, he was passing his fucking card around or whatever.
That's so stupid.
And so, yeah, the guy has some sort of case or whatever, and he's like, yeah, this case isn't for me or whatever. And the guy's like, I thought a dude passing out his lawyer's card at a rave would be harder up for clients. And he's like, well, I'm not. And then he's like, all right, well, say hi to Amy. I'll say hi to Amy for you.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, see ya.
And then Kelly's like, oh, who's Amy?
Well, first, she doesn't immediately admit that she heard that part. Because she comes in and she's like, oh, okay, and the guy leaves. She's like, who was that? And he was like, oh, somebody that, a potential client. And she's like, are you taking the case? And he goes, no, unwinnable. And she's like, well, I'm sorry, my dad canceled dinner. And he's like, I'm going to take you out for dinner. We're going to have a nice dinner and everything. And she's like, oh, there's only one problem with that. Who's Amy?
So she does not preface it with problem, but yes, she does ask. And
she does say that. She says there's only one problem with that. Who's Amy?
What?
It's a direct quote.
Why would she say that? That's stupid.
I agree. I thought it was stupid too. That's why I remembered it.
Weird.
And so he spins another one of his golden lies.
He says that Amy was the name of the girl that Dylan hooked up with in the desert. They did both hook up.
Yeah.
But Amy is the one that Matt hooked up with.
Mm-hmm.
He is a fucking liar.
And she's like, oh, that Dylan, what a dog.
Mm-hmm. Like, she shouldn't care. But I think she does a little bit.
I do too. So then they're at the Peach Pit. And she walks, like, Matt's sitting there in the booth or whatever.
That's the fancy, nice dinner he's taking her to? Peach Pit?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This is like the next day.
Right.
And Kelly walks. We don't see the dinner they go out to. Kelly walks up and she sees Dylan and she's like, oh, hey, what's up? How's Amy or whatever? I heard all about Amy.
Yeah, and he just, like, plays along.
He he is such a great liar. He absolutely, no hesitation, totally runs with it. He's like, yeah, she wasn't really relationship material or whatever.
Mm-hmm. He's smart. Like, I would be terrible at this. Somebody would say something. I'd be like, I don't know. Who the fuck is Amy? What are you talking about?
Although he could have spun that to his advantage, too. She could have been like, the person you slept with? He's like, oh, yeah. I sleep with so many people. I don't know.
I don't remember her name. What the fuck?
But, yeah, so Matt comes up and he's all, like, nervous about it and shit. And then later they go to the After Dark because there's something going on at the After Dark, which we'll get to. I guess we can say it's the launch of Donna's website because
DonnaMartinOriginals.com.
Yeah, because that was from last episode anyway. But so they're at the Peach Pit and everything, and something else comes up. I can't remember what. Like I think Dylan walks up or whatever, and she says something about Amy or whatever. He's like, yeah, that's not happening. I'm not going to see her again or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Matt changes the subject right away. And she leaves. And Dylan's like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, no, I made up my mind. I'm never going to tell her. She's too important. I'm not going to say anything.
No shit, she's important. That's why you shouldn't have fucked around on her.
And Dylan's all like, you had so much sympathy for him before because he was high on LSD. And doesn't even remember it.
I just don't like their relationship and I want it to end, that's all.
Yeah. But Dylan's like, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. And he's like, he seems like he's like rolling his eyes at him and everything, but he's helping him out too.
Well, I don't think that Dylan really thinks he's ever going to get Kelly. I think he's irritated about the situation. Yeah. But I don't think he's really trying to break them up.
And then towards the end of the episode, he shows up to her apartment, and she's trying on Jackie's wedding dress.
Bizarre. Like, he shows up.
Which looks fine.
Yeah, it's a nice dress on her.
It's not great, but it looks all right.
Yeah, he shows up at her apartment, and she's like, oh, come in, and he won't come in, I think because she's wearing the wedding dress.
And he's like, it just occurs to me that this is the second time I've seen you in a wedding dress when you're going to marry somebody else. And she's like, yeah, well, maybe you can stay for the wedding this time. He's like, maybe not. I'm not the lucky man after all.
Yeah, he's feeling sorry for himself.
And then he leaves. And it's like, why did you come over? That's what I don't like about this show is, like, logically, he would have had a reason to come over there to talk to her. And we don't get any indication of what it was or that he just abandoned it or whatever. It 100% seems like he came over for that scene. That's the only motivation of that.
I hear you, and you're probably right. However, dudes sometimes, like, when any kind of emotion hits, will just, like, retreat. And you could easily see that happen with his character, too.
I mean, I guess. But it just, I don't know. It struck me as stupid.
Yeah. A lot of the show is. So, can't argue there.
So, it's sort of wheel spinning again. Like, it's just more lies from Matt, and he's determined that he's not going to say anything.
There are literally only 4 more episodes.
Yeah.
So, get to it already. Like, whatever they're going to have happen, have it fucking happen.
Yeah, break them up, please. Is like Amy going to show up to the fucking house or something? I'm pregnant.
Oh, my God. And if this wedding happens, I'm mad. If that's what happened to the last episode, I'm really mad.
Yeah.
All right, what next?
Well, do you want to talk about the Steve and Janet storyline?
Sure. What the fuck is the Steve and Janet storyline? Oh, wait, I remember.
I was waiting for you. Oh, you do remember. Okay.
So
I was waiting for you to not remember.
Donna Martin Originals is looking for investors.
So, well, not really. Like, what happens is Steve's reading the paper, and he's like, all these fucking people making money off these internet, like, companies and stuff like that, investing in these internet companies. We should invest in an internet company. And he's like, you know, Dylan got in with the Donna Martin Originals. You know, we could probably get some money in there. Like, it's his idea to do it. And Janet's all like, no, it's too risky. We can't really afford it. No, thank you.
Yeah, she says if it was just the two of us, maybe, but, you know, we got to think about Maddie. Mm-hmm. Which, like, I see both sides of that.
Did you call her Addie?
No, Maddie. I can't hardly talk because of this thing.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not sure what I was going to say.
You see both sides. Like Joni Mitchell. Both sides now.
No, she doesn't want him to invest because they could lose it because of the kid, but at the same time, it's like you could also make more money to take care of your kid.
Yeah, it's a risk. It's sort of like gambling.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the stock market is gambling.
Yeah, in a way it is, yes.
So she shuts that shit down. Mm-hmm. And then Steve fucking does it anyway.
$10,000 he invests, and she finds out because he had to go to Bakersfield to do the UFO thing where Claire fucked David or whatever.
Right.
Aliens watched them or something, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
So he went to that festival, and she's in the Peach Pit, and Dylan walks in. And Dylan's like, oh, hey, you know, I just wanted to say, like, something about the $10,000 that Steve invested. And she's like, what?
That is kind of bizarre. Like, it almost seems like he's trying to fucking stir up shit. I know he's not, but come on, man.
But he said something, like, there was a reason. I don't remember the exact reason, but there's a reason, like a natural reason for him bringing it up. So he said, I want to make sure that you're both okay, that you both understand that it's a risky investment. He's like, you know, because you know Steve, he sees the dollar signs, but he doesn't always see the risks.
Oh, yeah. Which kind of gave her the opportunity to get out of it, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
And she didn't. She handles this so much better than I would have.
Oh, yeah. I tried to put ourselves in this situation, and I would be murdered.
Yes. I mean, like, seriously, $10,000 behind my back? Fuck you. And then, when she talks to him...
It gets even worse.
Yeah, when she talks to Steve about it, he's like, oh, it was my money.
Yeah, it came out of my prostitute fund.
Because apparently he has a $50,000, $40,000 now trust fund from his grandfather that she didn't even know about.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like a nest egg. And he calls it his money.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it didn't come from our money. It came from my money.
And I love how there's his money and our money. Does she have any money, Steve?
Right.
And then when he's trying to like make it better and make up with her, he just talks about how he feels like pressure to take care of her and the baby.
Yeah, so here's the thing is like he thinks she's upset because of the money and not the lying and the saying his money. Like he doesn't get that part. Like towards till the end of the episode, till she spells it out for him, he doesn't understand why she's mad. Yeah. But yeah, and then he emotionally breaks down and he's like, you know, that money was there as a just in case, you know, in case like I fail and can't, you know, if the paper goes under or whatever, and I can't provide for you and everything, and you know, like so. But he never apologizes, and he never takes it back and like realizes that it's not. There's no yours and mine. It's just our stuff.
I guess there's a lot of couples that are like that. I think it's weird.
She still forgives him too, though.
She does. Yeah, they're fine. Again, another storyline that goes nowhere, but at least it wasn't like a stupid, like farcical sitcom-y storyline this time.
It connected at least a little bit to the main plot.
Yeah.
And I still like their dynamic better than anyone else in the cast.
Yeah.
Because they're the most like realistic couple. I think they have the best chemistry and the best acting off of each other too.
Yeah, agreed. I really like them together. And so now we can talk about Donna Martin.
DonnaMartinOriginals.com and David MopeyBitch.com.
So she's doing like a photo shoot for the website.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a model there. There's a bunch of lights and camera people and stuff ready to go. And they're taking pictures of a model in her clothes to put up on the website.
But the model doesn't show up. And then somebody suggests that Camille, which, yay, I finally remember her name.
Oh, yeah, Camille.
The one that's dating David, does it. Mm-hmm. And she is definitely pretty enough to be a model.
For sure.
And David's all like, oh, I don't like that. He calls her, he's like, you're not arm candy. You're a businesswoman.
Yeah,
like,
eye candy, but yeah.
Whatever. And she blows him off and does it anyway, which I don't blame her. Fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
He's being a mopey bitch. Like, he's just hanging out there, like, whining and looking sad.
Yeah. And he says something to Dylan, like, or he's like, last time I checked, Dylan, I'm not on your payroll. And he's just, like, hanging on the fucking artwork and stuff like that, and it's like, then leave. Then get off the fucking set.
Exactly.
Good point, David. See you later.
And then when Camille's pictures come, and she's showing them to Donna, and they look really nice.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, a little cheesy.
Yeah, he's really an asshole about it.
And, like, she's like, I don't want to be around you like this or something like that. He's like, then don't, and walks away from her.
Yeah, they get into a fight.
Like, dude. Like, that, to me, those are breaking up words right there.
Well, and it comes out later that he's, like, pushing her away, but that also doesn't, like, make it any better to me.
No, like, just be mature if you don't want to be with her and tell her that instead of being mean to her.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But Donna is dating the guy who, is in charge of the website, I guess?
I guess. He's building the website. He's in charge of the website. He understands everything about websites. He's the founder of fucking that new search thing, Google.
He is the giantest dork, and he gives her an electronic planner, and he syncs their schedules, and he thinks she's his perfect woman because her schedule syncs with his schedule.
Yeah, and he's got shit planned out till Christmas for them.
Yeah. He wants her to meet his mom. He's got them going on trips.
Yeah.
And they've only been on 3 dates.
Yeah.
Like, the man is a freak.
100%. And Donna is rightly overwhelmed by all of this. Mm-hmm. And later, because Camille and David are having a fight, she talks to Kelly about it. And Kelly's like, you sure it's just that he's a freak and not that fucking David and Camille are having problems? Because you seem to get real critical every time he's had problems with whoever he's dating. And it's like, no, the guy's a fucking like freak.
Yeah, like, are you not listening to what she's saying?
Yeah, he's planning out their entire lives, and he's like, I just like having things to look forward to. And it's like, I like planning stuff out too, but like, I'm not planning out fucking every event for the next year. I might plan a trip for us or whatever that's like a year in advance and stuff, and like start gearing up for that, but I don't plan every day.
Yeah, I mean, he filled out the planner before he gave it to her, and it has dates in it. Like, they're supposed to go hiking.
We're going out to a date here. We're going to do here. Here's where you give me head for the first time. Like, this is where we discuss anal.
Oh my God. So yeah, she is completely freaked out.
So she, like, you know, takes a break from her. It was basically, she says, look, I don't think this is going to work out. He's like, but you're my perfect woman. I can't live without you. Like, it's like you said, they've gone on 3 dates. It's fucked.
Yep. And he's like, but I don't give up that easy. I'm not coming to the launch party, though.
Yeah.
Which they're having a launch party at the Peach Pit.
Yeah, for the website.
So
they've got a big like screen like where they're displaying the computer.
Mm-hmm. And they do a big countdown, and it's all very exciting, and they load the site. And when they try to actually enter the site,
it says access denied.
Until Donna Martin goes on another date with whatever that asshole's name is.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, not something to endear yourself to a woman.
No, and like, I mean,
crash her business plan that she put a bunch of time and money into.
Well, and you're like holding her hostage. Mm-hmm. It's like awful. So she goes to talk to him, and she's like, I'm never going on a date with you.
Yeah, like, fuck you. I am fucking pissed. Like, she's livid, and she's like, you know, you're all the people that put money into this and everything.
Time,
you know,
effort.
Like, you're a fucking asshole, and this is not the way to go about it. And before she leaves, she's like, you know, there's still time for you to do the right thing. And she leaves. But she says, like, she says, like, something about suing him, which 100%,
well, yeah.
This is 100% actionable. And he's like, I don't care. Like, if I don't have you in my life, I have nothing. Like, what a freak.
He is, yeah, I mean, that's like abuser kind of, you know, logic, too.
Yeah.
So he does eventually open the site up.
Yeah.
So she's not as screwed as it seems.
And she gets all these messages like, oh, how was the date? No, it's so romantic.
It's not fucking romantic. What is wrong with people?
I don't know. But they, the people come up to her and they're like, I bought 2 jackets and a dress or whatever yesterday on your website. You know, she sees him with David and she's like, oh, he's much more handsome in real life than I thought.
Yeah, they assume that he's the weird blackmailer.
Yeah.
Her and David have this really long, lingering, weird hug at one point. Mm. Like,
he's like kissing her neck.
Yeah, and he tells her he doesn't want to get back together with Camille or make up with Camille or whatever. And then Camille walks in.
Yeah.
I mean, she practically sees them, like, pawing each other, but doesn't react to that in any way.
And she's like, oh, you know, let's have lunch or whatever. He's like, no, I can't do it right now. And she's like, well, you know, we need to talk or whatever. And he's like, I don't want to have a flyby conversation, he says. So he's supposed to meet her at her house. He doesn't. And he's sitting there writing a letter. I'm pretty sure he was going to write a breakup letter to her. When she shows up, and he's like, oh, hey. And she's like, yeah, I didn't see you at my place or whatever. And they start talking, and he's basically like, look, you know, I'm not being fair to you. I keep pushing you away. Like, you didn't really do anything wrong, but we're not meant for each other. I don't want to be with you anymore. And she does a really good job. The actress that plays Camille does a really good job acting the scene out, being, like, distraught and, like, confused.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not, I mean, and it's clear to us as the audience what the fuck's going on, but I'm sure it's not to her.
But finally, he's single and Donna is single. So, hopefully, something happens.
In the next 4 episodes.
Yeah. I guess they're leading up to the last episode. They finally get together again or whatever. It's like that's what they'll leave us off with. Like, oh, we're going to start dating again.
Good. I mean, I want them together, but stop toying with us.
Yeah.
And then we have Noah, too. He had a little thing going on here.
Noah's got a little thing.
Because that freaky girl.
Ellen, is that her name?
I feel like it's something like that.
Emily?
I think Ellen's closer.
Amy?
I don't. It's not Amy. We'll say Ellen.
Elaine?
Sure.
From Seinfeld? She comes up, get out!
But the freaky alcoholic girl calls him from jail.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Just thinking about you. By the way,
I'm in jail. They caught me sleeping in my car, drunk. And she's like, well, I was behind on my mortgage, so I put all my stuff in my trunk.
And
she's living in her car.
Yeah. And she's like, please get me out of here. Like, he doesn't even have any money. I mean, really, he has a club, so I guess he has some money. But, it's like he started out rich, and then they lost everything, so.
Yeah. Who knows where he is at this point.
Yeah. But he bails her out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's all invested in her again, like, oh, let's go to meetings and come stay with me and let me get you
I don't want to be in a meeting. You sound like you're in a cult.
Yeah. Oh, she was looking for a job. He's like, don't look for a job. You need to take care of your recovery. What?
Yeah. She's like, I need money.
And I don't want to sleep with you, so I'm not going to get yours.
Right.
So it was just frustrating. She's just mean to him all over again. It's basically the same dynamic as the previous episode.
I feel like they're going to start living together.
I thought they already were, and then they broke up.
No, she was just over there a lot, but they weren't living together.
Well, yeah, she's homeless now, so
yeah,
it's upsetting.
But unfortunately, we're still going to go on with this character and this storyline. We're still going to have to wrap this up.
Yeah, because he's at a meeting and talking about her.
And then she shows up at the meeting. And
then they have the little googly eye smiles across the room.
Maybe it turns out that she's like a serial killer or something. She ends up killing every character. That's how the show ends.
Oh, come on. The show is not that interesting.
That would be funny, though.
It would.
It would be funny if any TV show, not about serial killers or anything, but just a regular random sitcom or something like that, if they had the balls the last episode to just have a serial killer show up and kill the entire cast.
Oh my God.
And that's how the show ends. That would be a hilarious ending to some show.
That would be awful. It'd be funny, I guess. Could you imagine
if the end of Seinfeld was just some serial killer showed up and killed Kramer, Elaine, George, and Jerry?
Wow.
And then Newman shows up and just laughs.
Newman would be the serial killer.
Yeah, maybe. Newman was a serial killer this whole time, and he kills all four of them. That would have been a funnier ending than the ending we got.
Weren't they in prison or something?
Yeah, that's what happened.
It's awful. Not a good ending.
No, it was more of a. What I didn't like about the ending is it was like a glorified clip show, which I wonder if that's what they're going to do here.
Yeah, I suspect that we're going to be disappointed with this ending too.
Yeah, me too. But that is the episode for the week, Carol. Tell people where they can find their own stalker-ish boyfriend.
You can write us at latefee1994@AOL.com. Mm-hmm. Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Yep.
And share the tapes with your friends.
All right, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.